Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ryan, and today we'll be discussing the TCU Horned Frogs football schedule for the 2023 season. Last year, you couldn't ask for anything better if you're a TCU fan. You made the playoffs. You were the best team in the Big 12. You didn't win the Big 12 title game. It was very close. I'd probably still argue you're the best team in the Big 12. I thought Kansas State might have been, but that was a very close game overall. It could have gone any other way, so yeah. Then you beat Michigan in the playoffs, and you had a Heisman finalist. You get blown out in the national title game with a record-setting 58-point loss, but this idea that you got there is probably the main thing. No one really thought TCU had a good chance, so yeah. So shout out to TCU for last year. Shout out to Max Duggan and Quentin Johnson, Sonny Dykes, and them. Great job. But that was last year. Let's focus on this year. This year's Horned Frogs team is going to have some new faces, definitely. I see JoJo Earl went there from Alabama. That's a very good thing. He showed some good plays at Alabama. I think he'll be anyone that comes from Alabama is going to be pretty good, especially at receiver. So now they got a good weapon for the next quarterback to fill in, which looks like it's going to be Chandler Morris. Chandler Morris, I saw him in the spring game. He didn't look half bad at all. He was wheeling and dealing, hitting in the middle. Good 10 to 15 yard passes. Something you don't always see consistently. He had a little bit of a slow start, but then just started slaying them. Right down the middle, perfect passes, great job. And then also you got Trey Sanders, a running back, also from Alabama, which if you get running backs from Alabama, that is even better than getting a receiver from Alabama, in my opinion. Because running backs go to Alabama because it's one of the best spots for running backs to go. Just go there just to go. They're one of the best spots for running backs. Only problem is that their defense very much lacked getting pressure at all. So hopefully that might change for them. But yeah, let's jump right into the schedule now. First up, you're at home versus Colorado. This is Deion Sanders' first game. Hopefully he can coach this one. Colorado's got a lot of new recruits coming in. Mainly a lot of different transfers. I think they got the most transfers out of anyone in the country. I think this game is going to be it could be close. I doubt it, though. I think Chandler Morris is going to be very good with TCU. He looked really good in the summer and in the spring game. I got them beating Colorado. Yeah. And then you're at home versus Nicholas State. I got them beating Nicholas State. And then you're on the road, first road game of the year against Houston. You're going to beat Houston. So you start off the year nice 3-0, and then you're going against SMU. You're at TCU. You're at home, which is very good. So SMU can be pretty good, but they're in the AAC. You're in the Big 12 for a reason. You made a national title game last year for a reason. And people also talk about Max Duggan and Quentin Johnson leaving. Like, okay, yeah, that's a big thing, of course. But this team did not all leave. This team is still very good, got some good transfers. This team made a national title game for a reason. You don't make the title game because of two players. No, you make it because of good team production with great coaching and all the things mixed together. It's a good fan base, everything mixed together. Two players left. They're huge. I know they're big pieces, but if you can fill them in pretty well, not great, I'm talking about 80, 75% well, I think you got a very good chance to be able to not repeat, but very much contend for a Big 12 title. But I got you beating SMU. So you start off the year 4-0, and then you're at home versus West Virginia. You're going to beat West Virginia. So, and yeah, JT Daniels is not the quarterback there anymore. I think he transferred for the fourth time. Or is it Rice? He started off his career at Georgia. Now he's at Rice. What happened to him? I don't know. He's at Rice now. Yeah. And then you're at Iowa State. Watch out for this one. I know Iowa State's not great, but their home environment's very good. When you usually play on the road at Iowa State, they can keep games pretty close, not win many games at home when they're not that good, but they can keep them close. But I got TCU winning this one on the road. And then you're at home versus BYU. I don't think BYU is that special. They're always ranked decently high. Beat an okay team that's ranked high. Everything looks good, and then they lose. So this might be the game that they lose. So yeah, I got TCU winning this one. And this is honestly a very easy start to the year. So far. I mean, you're 7-0, in my opinion. All these games are very much winnable. Even without Max Duggan and Quentin Johnson there. Again, you still got Sonny Dykes. He's a great coach. Great coaching makes these opportunities happen. You don't go almost undefeated. You don't go undefeated for the regular season. Barely lose in overtime in the Big 12 title game. And by the way, Big 12 title games, since I've started watching college football, have always been good. So shout out to the Big 12 for great title games. And then, like, I think TCU is going to be very good. I think TCU can start off 7-0. This is also a pretty easy schedule until you hit Kansas State. You know who lost to last year? Kansas State. You know who you were down 28-10 to at home last year? Kansas State. What happened was that Adrian Martinez got hurt. I don't think Adrian Martinez is the quarterback there. If he is, then good job, Kansas State. You're probably going to win this one easily. But if you're at Kansas State, and if you want to talk about a team that can beat you up at home, watch what they did to Oklahoma State last year, beat them by 48 at home. So Kansas State's very good. I got Kansas State. I think they're going to be able to beat TCU. I got TCU dropping this game. And then you're on the road. This is a tough back-to-back stretch. You're at Texas Tech. Texas Tech, they finally found a decent defense. They've always had offense. They found a defense that's compatible, and that can be dangerous for the Big 12 because Texas Tech, for the history of watching Texas Tech, since Mike Leach was there, then Cliff Kingsbury, they had struggles defensively. Now they finally found somewhat of a good defense. So I think they'll use that to their advantage. I think the home crowd's going to be rocking at Texas Tech. The Red Raiders, I got them winning this one. I got TCU dropping this one, which sucks. But you lose back-to-back games, and now you need to win out. And you're at home versus Texas. Last year versus Texas, this was a terrible game. It was Quinn Ewers throwing ducks, and TCU's defense playing good, actually. And I think this game can really decide. There's 2 games left on their schedule that's huge. That can really decide who makes the Big 12 title game. I got 5 teams in the Big 12 that I think can make the Big 12 title game. I got Kansas State, TCU. I got Oklahoma, Texas, and Texas Tech. Baylor maybe, but I doubt it. And then you got some new teams coming to like Cincinnati that could just shock the world. I doubt that though. But legitimate contenders for the win the Big 12, I got those 5. Again, Baylor's a maybe. But this game, I think TCU is going to need to win this one. I like TCU at home overall. I like their environment there. All purple pretty much. I think Sonny Dykes can outcoach Steve Sarkisian in this game. So I got TCU winning this one, beating Texas, which is huge. I think they will be able to lock down Xavier Worthy for enough this game. Then you're at home versus Baylor. Last year, you beat Baylor in a super close game. That was probably terrifying for a lot of TCU fans. Went off a last second field goal when they had to rush the guys onto the field. They did a perfect job, perfect execution, perfect job. Shout out to TCU's kicker for that and the whole special teams unit. Again, that's a part of coaching. Be able to prepare for that. It can work. And I like their coaching. I like what they can do here against Baylor. I got them beating Baylor this game. And then you're at Oklahoma against Dylan Gabriel. You got Brent Venables at Oklahoma. Can you beat Oklahoma? I think you can. But it is Dylan Gabriel. Brent Venables' defense is supposed to be better. He is a defensive coach at Clemson. Before he came to Oklahoma, I think their defense will be better than it was last year, of course. Can't get much worse than last year, going 6-6 on that team. But this one of TCU, I think their offense will be good enough. I think TCU's offense, again, can make things work. I think JoJo Earl was a big addition. He is a great playmaker. He didn't use a lot of touches last year from Alabama because, well, it's Alabama. Trey Sanders, again, he's very good. He's went to Alabama for a reason. He just wasn't getting a production with them, and he wasn't going to get it this year. So I think that will make a big difference. And also Chandler Morris, making sure I said his name right. Chandler Morris is also going to be very good for them. I think this could be a barn burner. I think this can be a big shootout game. But I got TCU holding on. So I got TCU winning this one. I got them going 10-2 this year. Probably making the Big 12 title game. I think Sonny Dykes is going to prove himself as one of the best coaches in the NCAA. I think he's a top 10 coach. You don't go 11-1. You don't go, what was it, 12-1 and 13-1, pretty much until the national title game with this type of team. If you're not a good coach, you finish off the year 13-2 and make the national title game. Can't ask for much better. So I got TCU going 10-2. And yeah, again, a couple of these games can go the other way. I think they could possibly beat Kansas State, could possibly beat Texas Tech, but you could lose to Texas and Oklahoma, and maybe Colorado just shoots out perfectly. I don't know. I doubt that though. So yeah, I got them going 10-2 this year. Hope you all have a great day. Stay safe. If you like the video, hit the like button. Much appreciated. Thank you all for the support that I get on this channel. I'm trying to make great videos for y'all and give my opinions. Again, when college football season starts up, I will make daily videos like I'm doing right now, covering every single of the big games, talking about it, give my analysis and give my predictions on the games heading up to it. So yeah, hit the subscribe button if you want that content. Leave down in the comments what you feel about TCU whenever you want. I see people leave down comments before talking about certain games, talking about their team. I love it. I love seeing y'all's comments. I read them. So yeah, even if I don't respond, I do read them. So yeah, thank you all for the love. Thank you all for the feedback and leaving your own opinions. Hope you all have a great day. Stay safe, y'all, and God bless y'all.